This code is a Node.js script for creating an authentication system for a web application using the Express.js framework. MySQL as the database, and Passport.js as the authentication middleware. The first line const express equals require express, loads the Express.js library, which is a web framework for Node.js. The line const app equals express, creates an instance of the Express.js application. The line const MySQL equals require MySQL2, loads the MySQL2 library, which is a Node.js client for MySQL. The line const body parser equals require body parser, loads the body parser library, which is used to parse incoming request bodies. The line const bcrypt equals require bcrypt, loads the bcrypt library, which is used to hash and compare passwords. The line const salt rounds equals 10, sets the number of salt rounds used by the bcrypt library to hash passwords. The line var flash equals require connect flash, loads the connect flash library, which is used to store messages for one-time display and response views. The line app.useFlash initializes the connect flash library for the Express.js application. The line app.useExpress.hurl encoded extended, true, sets up Express.js to parse incoming requests with the URL encoded data. The line app.useBodyParser.hurl encoded extended, true, sets up body parser to parse incoming requests with the URL encoded data. The next block of code creates a connection to the MySQL database using the MySQL2 library. It specifies the host, user, password, and database name to use. The line con.connect function if, thrower, console.log connected to MySQL, connects to the MySQL database and logs a message to the console if the connection is successful. The line const secret equals require crypto. Random bytes 64. To string hex, generates a random secret key using the crypto library in Node.js. The line console.log secret key, secret, logs the secret key to the console. The line const session equals require express session, loads the express session library, which is used to store session data. The line app.use session secret, resave, false, save uninitialized, false, sets up express session for the Express.js application and sets the secret key and options for resaving and initializing session data. The line const passport equals require passport, loads the passport.js library, which is used for authentication. The line const LocalStrategy equals require passport local. Strategy, loads the passport local library. The first section of the code sets up passport and the local strategy for authentication. The passport.use method sets up a new local strategy and specifies a function that will verify the username and password. The function first runs a query to check if the username exists in the database. If there is an error with the query or the username is not found, it returns an error message. If the username is found, it compares the input password with the hashed password stored in the database using the bcrypt library. The passport.serializeUser and passport.deserializeUser methods define how user information should be stored in the session. The serializeUser method stores the user ID in the session, and the deserializeUser method retrieves the user information from the database using the ID stored in the session. The app.use calls initialize the passport middleware and start the session. The following section sets up the routes for the web application. The app.get methods specify what the response should be for each route. The /static/styles.css route sets the content type to CSS and serves the styles.css file. The next section sets up the sign-up route and specifies express validator checks to validate the email and password input. The input is then inserted into the database as a new user. The final section sets up the sign-in route and handles authentication by checking if the email and password match a user in the database. If the user is found, the rec.login method is called to log the user in, and the user is redirected to the homepage.